I'm back, sitting here in the dark because it's 6:45 in the morning and it's pitch black out. It's high winds and it's pouring rain, and I love it. I've been up since 4 o'clock, and I said to myself, today is the day I'm going to get this YouTube video done. I have been so busy getting things done around here that it's been very hard to find time to sit down and put together a video. So we'll start with a failed project. I wasn't going to put it up, and I thought, well, you know what? To be crystal clear and transparent, not everything that I make turns out. And I wanted to make some strops. So I ordered a big piece of leather. I had some wood, and I thought it would be just a question of cutting out the handles, gluing the leather on, and I found out that it was a little bit trickier than I thought. So let's start out the video with the failed strops. So I scored all the folds. I used this fine tooth saw that I just recently got. It's a mini Silky 2. I think it's got 150 teeth, it said. But I love it. I just got it, and I just kind of ran it back and forth across the fold lines, and then I was beating the crap out of it with my little hammer here. It's a good thing I wasn't recording it because it's pretty awkward. My strength in my hands is really decreasing due to the arthritis. So trying to squeeze onto this leather and fold it around the piece of wood was really hard. So I would do a little bit at a time, smack it with the hammer, and it started slowly but surely. It started folding around the piece of wood. So now, and of course I got it wet, which you can see it's still wet. But I got it all wrapped around the wood, so my measurement was right. That makes me happy. And then I just put these clamps on there to hold it while it dries. And so that's essentially the leather going all the way around. And of course, that'll be glued tight down, so there won't be a gap there. Got this idea from a friend of mine who's a really talented wood carver. Her name is Marla White. And back, oh God, I don't even know how many years ago now, she sent a bunch of us these leather strops that she made. And I have used that leather strop so much, I can't tell you. And so then I got the idea the other day that I wanted to make a couple leather strops and send them out to some people that I know could use them maybe on YouTube. So that's where the idea came from. And so I'll be back when there's more to show here. Well, I was gone for a while, and I came back. I took the clips off, and it does have hold its shape. So let's see what we got here. Of course, one-handed, but there it is. It's in the shape of a square. So this has to be sanded because there's some weird spots on it, and I got to shape the handle, and then glue the leather on. There it is. I got it wet. I wrapped it around there and put the clamps on it, and it has the shape it's supposed to have. Sadly, the reason why the strop didn't work was I threw some wood glue in there, which it glued really well. I mean, it's on there, but it dried lumpy. I don't know how to explain it. So I don't know how I did it wrong. Maybe I should have glued a section, put it between two pieces of wood, so hold it flat, dry, wait for it to dry, then turn and glue it, do another side. But whatever I did wrong was it came out lumpy. So when you went to strop your knife, it was like, ooh. So it was a fail. So I haven't gone back to it since, because like I said, I got busy with these other projects. So that's what happened with the strop situation. I'm going to go back to it, of course, but at the moment I haven't had time because I've been busy with some other stuff. So let's go on to my next couple of things that I got going here. So I have all these clips where the rubber came off the ends. And I remembered there's this stuff that you dip tools in to put a rubber coating back on it, and I found it at Harbor Freight. It's called Plastidip. Boy, does this stuff smell strong too. So this is a tin can, And it had a pop top on it that you pull off, and then the plastic lid goes back on it. But basically, you get in my case, these clamps. Put a piece of wood in there to hold them open. And then I drilled a little hole in the handle, and I put a little wire in there so that I can hang them. Of course, I'm out in the garage and the furnace kicks on while I'm trying to talk, but there you go. So they're hanging. And I've already did a couple of them, but it says you do 3 coats. And then I've got a couple that are done. I got dust all over them because I've been also working on some wood crafts today too. But there it is. What it looks like when it's all done. So let's go ahead and dip one of these, shall we? Try to be real careful with this one-handed business with the camera. So there it is. Now I've got this stuff mixed up pretty good, but basically I've been sticking it in there, kind of wiggling it back and forth, pull it out, and then as you can see it drips. It starts to set up really quick. So I dripped it that way, and I turned it the other way. Drip, drip, drip. Come on, get off there. And that's usually about all I get from it like that, because it's already starting to set up. Let's see if I can get one more drip off of there. There. Then what I do is I bring it over here, and I start moving it around. Turn it upside down, or right side up, whichever case may be. Turn it around, kind of slow. Sorry about this bad camera work. And it's setting up while I'm turning it. It's already setting up. So I'm kind of just there. You can see it. And then I just come over here and hang it. There. And let it hang. And then down below there I had a box where it was catching drips. But it says do it 3 times and you let it dry really good in between. And I think I let it dry the first time a couple hours. Then I came back out, dipped it again, same process. Hang it, let it dry, dip it again, and then they come out, you know, like this. Come on, there we go. And like I said, they got dust on them because I was out sawing wood out here this morning, cutting wood. But yeah, they look great. I make a little sticky noise at first because I just undid them. But yeah. So that's a project I've been doing for a couple of days because, like I said, you have to wait for it to dry. And then I've got several projects going on. I'll show you them too. Let me get the cap back on that thing. And I'm working on sitting down bears to go with my little stand-up bears that I carved. And these are carved entirely with knives, no Dremels. I've seen some people doing carvings and they're using Dremel tools. This is knife only, and I'm teaching myself as I go. So this is the project my sister came up with. It's a Buffalo Bills gnome. And she saw it somewhere and said, can you make this? And she showed me a little picture. So, of course, I had to do the dimensions, figure the dimensions out. And we got some wood and started cutting them out and making the base that they stand on, which was a little trick in itself. But I ended up gluing and clamping them. And we went into production. And this is what I've been doing for the last 3 weeks, is making these gnomes. Because I had a couple of them made. So for 3 weeks now, I've been doing nothing pretty much except making these gnomes. And I'm taking a break. Today it's raining outside. I've got some other stuff I want to get done. And here's some bread I made. I have been feeding this possum for, I don't know, 2 years. I shoot a squirrel every now and then and leave it out in the backyard, and he comes and gets it. Now you could tell by the video of that possum that I showed you with the squirrel, it's about the same size as a squirrel. So imagine my surprise to get up one morning and see this creature walking across my yard. This sucker has got to be the size of a raccoon. It's huge. Caught this little critter at my neighbor's yard eating birdseed. It's a muskrat. Cannot believe there's a muskrat at my neighbor's yard eating birdseed.
So there you have it. That's what I've been up to. There's been a lot of stuff in between times that I've been working on too, but for the most part, work, sleep, try to get stuff done. And of course, now it's springtime, which means everybody's going into overdrive, working on the yards and things. Today it's raining, so no yard work today. That's okay. I got stuff to do in here. So I showed you what I've been up to. Hope it wasn't too boring. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Have a blessed day.